Okay, so this chapter introduces two special cycles of time in Israel calendar. And the first one is the Sabbath year. Every seventh year, a year of rest for the land. And second is the year of Jubilee. Every fifth year, a year of freedom, debt cancellation, and land restoration. Okay? So let's discuss each of those. The Sabbath year, which encompasses verses 1 to 7. Every seventh year, the land must rest, not planting, harvesting, or pruning. Whatever grows naturally is free for everyone to eat, owners, servants, foreigners, and animals. Okay, here are the lessons. God provides even when people rest, trust in His provision. And this teaches dependence on God, not just human effort, okay? The year of Jubilee, which encompasses verses 8 to 22. Every fifth year, after 7 cycles of 7 years, okay, slaves are freed. Land returned to its original owners. Ancestral inheritance restored. Debts are canceled. No planting or harvesting. God will provide enough in previous years, okay? Here are the lessons. Jubilee symbolizes redemption and a fresh start. Jesus fulfilled the Jubilee by bringing spiritual freedom, okay? Which is also, you can check on Luke chapter 4, verses 18 to 19. Now, the third thing here is the land belongs to God, which encompasses verses 23 to 34. Okay, so land cannot be permanently sold because it belongs to God, right? If someone is poor and sells land, a relative can redeem it. And cities and farmland had different rules. Levitical cities were permanent, but farmland returned in Jubilee. Here are the lessons. God is the true owner of everything. The Jubilee foreshadows our redemption in Christ. Okay? The fourth thing here is helping the poor and protecting rights. These are from the verses. It encompasses verses 35 to 55, okay? And Israelites must help poor relatives, not charge them interest. If an Israelite becomes a slave, they must be freed at Jubilee, okay? Foreign slaves do not receive Jubilee freedom but must be treated fairly. Lesson. God's justice includes compassion for the poor. And Jesus redeemed us from spiritual slavery, making us free. Which is also written, this is it's covered in Galatians chapter 5, verse 1. Here are the overall themes and lessons from Leviticus 25. Okay, rest and trust in God. The Sabbath here and Jubilee show that life depends on God, not just human effort. Okay, freedom and restoration. This is the second lesson. The Jubilee points to Jesus, who brings freedom from sin and eternal restoration. Okay, the third thing is justice and compassion. God's laws protected the poor and prevented permanent oppression. And God calls His people to care for the needy. The significance and biblical story. There is no record that Israel ever fully obeyed the Jubilee laws. Okay, Jesus spiritually fulfilled Jubilee, bringing freedom and forgiveness. If you want to check this out, you can check on Luke chapter 5, verses 18 to 19. The conclusion is Leviticus 25 teaches that God desires rest, freedom, and justice for His people. The Jubilee foreshadows Christ, who brings true freedom from sin and restores what is lost. Believers today are called to trust God's provision, practice justice, and live in the freedom Christ provides. Okay, and this is all that covers from Leviticus 25. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I see you in the next one.